Hey guys, sorry I'm a few minutes late there. I've been running around after a puppy and he just does what he wants to do. Okay, so let me see here if I can figure out, this is always a thing every single time, the comments. If you're on here, shoot me a comment so I know that, that I'm getting them, if you don't mind. Okay, all right, so this is like, I am so excited, and I have dogs fighting in the background, like not like fighting, like they're playing. It's actually really cute, but if you hear noises, that's why. Okay, so this is the big, exciting reveal for the winners for July for the most active member contest. And if you're not familiar with what that is, if you're new to the group, we've been getting a lot of new members lately. So if you're new to the group, I'm Rebecca. I'm the founder, admin, whatever of the group. And anyway, so what happens is Facebook gives us statistics on who's active, and posts count, comments count, likes, reactions, all that counts. So we can see, oh yeah, Maria, okay, let's go. Yes, okay, cool. I'm glad that I see a comment, yay. And I'll respond to your comments, you guys, as you're commenting this time, since I can see them. But anyways, yeah, so Facebook gives us these statistics. I actually have it for the top 100. But what we do is we say, here's the top 10 for July, and then I reach out to an author and I ask them if they want to donate books as prizes, and they tell me, how many people they want to donate for or whatever. So this month is really exciting because we have an author that it's her first book. So I'm going to start giving you some clues because I'm just really excited. It's her first book, and I fell absolutely in love with it. I've gone kind of gaga on it on Book Talk and this group. So I reached out to her and I asked her if she would do it, and she's like, yes. And not only is she giving out 3 ebooks, okay, to 3 people that are lucky to be in the top 10, she's also going to mail a signed paperback. This is the first time. We've been doing these for a year now. We just had our 1-year birthday, and every month, right, we have people donate. And this is the first time we've had an author that is going to mail a signed paperback. So it's like super exciting, you guys. And so because of that, I wanted to be super fair. And what I did is I went through every single month where we've had the contest, and I've put all 10 people for each month in Excel, and then I've notated if they've won, if they haven't won, if they did win, what did they win. I crunched it up with a pivot table, so I know, I can see, okay, for the top 10 this month, who really should get that signed book out of everyone else. So, because that's a hard thing, right? Because it's like I'm giving a really cool prize away, and I know for a fact for this author, she is running out of her signed books like crazy from her Etsy shop. So it's like this is a really, really good prize to get from her. So, okay, without further ado, I'm going to tell you who the author is, and then I'm going to tell you who the winners are, and then I'm going to stay on. And anyone who has any comments or questions or things, I can talk about it until we're just ready to hang up, okay? So that is, hey Amy, oh my gosh, I'm so excited, all the people that are on. Okay, cool, awesome, yay. All right, okay, so without further ado, the author for July, donating for July, who's sending a signed paperback to one of the winners and 3 ebooks is, you ready? Kennedy Sutton, The Sneaky Lass, you guys, The Sneaky Lass. Oh my gosh, I am so in love with this book. And I just want to apologize right now if you guys can hear it in my voice. Hey, Maya. Is it Maya or Maya? You have to tell me, girl. And hey, Dawn. Dawn made the graphic for the 1-year anniversary, and she also made the graphic for the post I'm going to do right after this live. It's so awesome. You guys have to turn up your sound on the graphic because you can hear the waves for the Sneaky Lass in the ocean. It's so cool. Anyways, so it's super exciting. So let me tell you about the Sneaky Lass if you haven't heard about it. If you haven't heard about it, it means you're not active enough in the group because we've been talking about it. So anyways, the Sneaky Lass. So Kennedy Sutton, she's a new author And this is her first book. She's actually already written 8 books in the series, and she's just now going through the process of editing and publishing each of them. So she's published her first one. Yeah, Amy, I know you love the book. Yeah, it's so good. Amy loves the book. Maria Tracy loves the book. Like everyone that's read it so far, Kathleen Gifford loves the book. Everyone I know loves the book who's read this book. It's a pirate romance, so it's actually like. It's just like skirts under the group umbrella of the group, you know, because like our books are supernatural, fantasy, paranormal, with the common denominator of romance, right? That's what this group is. And so this is a pirate romance. It's a contemporary romance. So it doesn't have like, you know, Captain Hook or like, you know, Tinkerbell or like the Kraken or, you know, any of that kind of stuff. Like it's not fantasy like that. It's more fantasy in the fact that it's just in the world that's not our own. Okay. So it's just like, it just skirts under, but like it's pirates, guys. Like, you know, like, okay, I'm going to do it. Like, arg. I mean, come on, pirates, right? So, I'm so silly. Anyways, so it's a pirate romance. And so when I picked up this book, let me tell you how I found about it. I found out about it because Kennedy is in the group, right? And she's also in Author's Corner. And we do these, hi, Kennedy Hopkins. We do these, and Stephanie Bailey, hi. Oh my gosh, it's so exciting to see everyone come on. So we do these author spotlights in the group, if you haven't noticed it yet. So I pick 3 authors that are active in the group, and that's also active in Author's Corner, or one or the other, or whatever. And they want to do this, right? They've like reached out to me and they've asked. And so we have a live where they all come on and they talk a little bit about their books. So Kennedy wanted to do the live. And so before the live, what I like to do is I try to read like at least a little bit of each of the books of the author that's on the live, so I know what I'm talking about, right? And also like I like to try to support new authors. So you know, I pick up a little bit of each. I try to read the whole book. It just depends. I have a lot of books going on. And anyway, so I started reading Kennedy's, and I was like, this is really beautiful writing. Like, really, really, really beautiful writing. I mean, she really has a talent, okay? And then as I'm reading it further, like I've started to like say this as a tagline, like the sneaky lass totally snuck into my heart. Like, I know that sounds cheesy, but it did. Like, you guys, it's so good. There are so many, it's not an LGBTQ book, okay? But there are like themes along that line. And really the book is about, like the main couple is a female and a male, okay? But the book's really about falling in love with someone's soul. And it's just like, I'm gonna get emotional. It's a really, really good book. And it's really meaningful and insightful. And then you get to the end, and the end is fantastic, and you just like want book 2 really bad. Like it's so, yeah, Amy, it is beautifully written. If you guys are fans, like comment on here and let people know. Like I can't say enough. It's very, this is the first time I've ever asked an author for the giveaway that's a brand new author. Usually I'm asking authors that have been published for a while. They have over 1,000 ratings on Amazon. You know, like I usually don't reach out to a newbie author like this. You know, because it's someone that, you know, when I get on the video, I talk a lot about, like you hear, I'm talking about the book right now and how much I love it, right? So I've got to be able to do that, right? Like I've got to be able to get on here and back it up and support it and be true to myself and be honest, right? So you know, there are newbie authors that I do love, right? But this is the first time I've ever reached out to someone who just published and said, would you do the contest? Like, I would love to talk about your book live on the contest. It's just so, yeah, right, Maya, the ratings are amazing. She has, how many ratings does she have now on Amazon? If you're looking right now, Maya, it's a full 5 stars. I don't think she has, maybe she has like 1 rating that's like 4 stars or something. And I want to be like to that person, like, dude, like, what are you smoking? I know I shouldn't say that, but like, it's really good. And like I said, as you're reading it, it just like totally creeps into your heart. And then all of a sudden you're just like, this is an amazing book. Like, I am totally in love with this book. So 124 ratings, full 5 stars. That's insane. And her first book. And then also like so I heard about her through the Spotlight. So I was just shocked. And like she sent me the book in preparation for the Spotlight because it wasn't published yet. And she's like, well, if you want to read it before the Spotlight, I kind of have to, you know, send it to you. And I was like, yeah, I'll take it. So I'd heard about her that way, but then I also heard about her through TikTok. She's blown up on TikTok. I think she has over 5,000 followers now, which is a lot for a brand new author. She had an experience that she talked about with someone being mean, bullying her, and it just took off. Like, people really supported her, and then she's gotten a lot of followers that way. And so it's so cool to see, like, one of our own. I'm gonna call her one of our own, and she's the one who told me that. So when we were on the live, and if you go to the featured section, actually go to topics, I think it's like URFPNR, that's our abbreviation, author spotlight. Amy said she read it in one sitting. She can't wait for book 2. Yeah, it's that good. But if you go to that tag, you can see the videos of the spotlights and watch them if you want to see it. But on that spotlight, Kennedy told me, she was like, Rebecca, I love Authors Corner, our sister group. And she said, it really helped me and gave me the encouragement to publish the first book, The Sneaky Lass. And I was just blown away by that because, just to think that a group that I created to try to help out authors actually did that. Like, it actually helped out an author, and they actually published, and it's actually an amazing book, and it's doing so well. Like, it was just one of those, I teared up. I teared up live, I'm pretty sure. It was one of those moments, even right now, it gets me emotional. It just makes me feel like we're doing something good, Oh my God, guys, woo! This is Friday. It's supposed to be happy time. We're about to get the contestants. I have my pretty wing makeup on. I cannot be crying through that. Okay, anyways, all right, moving on. So we need to know who the winners are. All right, you guys, are you super excited? And now I'm gonna explain the person I picked for the signed paperback, to explain why I picked them, because I realize that is such a really good prize. And then also the people who got the 3 ebooks too as well. And I've got my my Surface up here with all my little Excel stuff that I'm cheating looking at. Okay, so I'm gonna talk about the 3 ebooks first, and then we'll end with the paperback. Okay, all right. So the 3 ebooks are going to. These 3 people have never won anything in the group before. They have been, 2 of them have been in the top 10 before one time. So they've been in the contest before, but they haven't won it yet. And one of them hasn't won it before. And this is her first time in the top 10. So I chose one person. This is the first time in the top 10, and she has a group ambassador badge. And then I chose 2 people who have been in the top 10 before, and they've never won before. Okay, and so that's kind of the stats on that. So the first person this is the first time in the top 10 for her, and she's never won anything before because it's her first time, and she has the group ambassador badge, is Sonia Hartle. Author Sonia Hartle. Yay, girl! I'm so excited. So that's a free ebook for you. And you guys, she just was on a live author spotlight too, and one of the reasons why I picked her too is because I like to give at least to someone who's the first time in the top 10, and she had the group ambassador badge. But also, if you watch the live, oh guys, I'm dying. Anyone who's watching right now, Amy, you gotta know, Maria, you gotta know, people who watched her spotlight for Sonia, I don't know, should I say it? I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna say it. She said live that the kind of books she writes and that she likes to read are one-handed books. I can't take it. One-handed books. She said it live, you guys. I'm just oh my God. And then I just said it live. Oh my God, it makes me cry. It's so freaking funny. I can't believe she's a one-hand reader. Oh my God, good Lord. Well, and for people in this group, we have a lot of spice lovers in this group, and a lot of romance lovers. So, come on, it is funny. It's kind of fitting. So, Kathleen, it was so funny. I'm still dying. You guys should check out the live and watch her do it live. I went off screen. I was laughing so hard. I just did not expect someone to say that live. Anyways, so she is the first of the 3 ebook winners. And then, okay, so the next winner is, this is someone who has a badge. She's a conversation starter. She has been in the top 10 once before, and it is Tanya Berman. Yay! free. So you're going to get a free ebook, Tanya, Tanya. I'm so bad at, oh my God, Dawn, what did she say? I need to make a one-handed book reader video. Oh my God. No, I don't think. It has to be like really above the board, girl, for me to use it. Like above the board. Okay. Anyways, so Tanya, congratulations. That's awesome, girl. I'm really excited for you. So you get a free ebook of The Sneaky Lass. And for the people who are winning, just message me after with your, oh, she's in the chat? Yay! Oh yeah, oh my God, so excited, thank you, yay! And is it Tanya? It's gotta be Tanya, right? That's how I pronounce, oh, that's what I was saying. I'm so crap at names, you guys. I'm crap at pronouncing names, so please forgive me. Okay, oh, hey, Michelle Tracy. Michelle Tracy is sister of Maria Tracy. Maria Tracy was a moderator for a very long time. She was the very first moderator in the group. And now she just enjoys the group as a member. She's one of my close friends. So anyways, hey, Maria. And Michelle, yay. Okay. Oh, Tanya is Tanya. Okay, I think I got that. I was so bad. At least I said it's Sonia Hartle. So at least I said that right. Okay. All right. So those are the 2 free ebook winners. I know I'm taking forever to talk, but I just have fun. So there you go. It's Friday night. I'm having a good time. All right. And then the 3rd ebook winner, okay, is this person has, let's see here. She has been in the top 10 before, okay, and I see her in the group all the time. She's messaged me with questions before. She really cares about the group, and she was on the live the other night that I did. The entire time she was commenting on the live, I think, or close to the entire time, is, and girl, you gotta tell me how to pronounce your name too, is Maya Lemire. Yay, and I know you're watching, girl, because you told me about the ratings for Kennedy. So, oh yay, Sonia's watching. Sonia, you won. You won a free ebook. You're one of the 3 ebook winners, and you also have the group ambassador badge this month for July. Go, girl. And we talked about your the type of reader you are. Someone else can comment back on her with that. Yay, Maya. Awesome. Okay, all right. Okay, so, and the final... Okay, you guys ready for the signed paperback? I know everyone's so excited. The signed paperback of The Sneaky Lass, you guys, Kennedy Sutton. I want this book. You have no idea how much I want this book. And I have not asked her. I've not been like, Kennedy, can you please send me your book? But I want it, because that's just wrong. I can't do that. But I want it so bad. So I am jealous of you guys. Jealous. Jelly. Okay, drum roll. Yes, Maya's like, come on, Rebecca, drum roll. Okay, here we go. Drum roll. This person who is winning it, here is why she is winning it, okay? This is her 8th month in the top 10. 8th month. She's been in the top 10 7 times before this. Like, that is insane amount of activity. She is all over the group, obviously. She reads like you wouldn't believe. I think this lady, hey, Kennedy, yay, Kennedy Sutton is on. Thank you so much for donating your ebooks and your paperback. We're so excited. I think this lady who won the paperback, I think she reads more than anyone else in the group. I think she might have the winning record for that. Amy Reynolds, the moderator, reads a crap load. This woman reads like a book a night. I think Kathleen beats her. Oh, I just said her name. Kathleen Gifford, girl. I didn't mean to do that. Oh my gosh, I just dropped it like that. I was building up. Okay, Kathleen Gifford, girl, you won the signed paperback because you've read 400 books in the past year. Are you freaking kidding me? You are all over. Yeah, she's 100% reads more than Amy. You are all over the group. You're Miss Positivity. You messaged me and you're like, hey, you've started reporting. So messaging. You report to group admins whenever you see anything wrong that I should be concerned about because you're like the #1 active fan. You've been in the top 10 8 times. And you have a badge. You're a visual storyteller. Seriously, I was looking at that. I was like, she's just earned it, you guys. She's just, she's consistently been all about the group for a very, very, very long time. And she's just one of our most active, positive members. And she's always on there recommending books to people. Someone's on there saying, hey, this is what I'm looking for. And Kathleen's on there, this is what it is. So, yeah, so girl, you totally deserve it. And, Kate Barrow, girl, you are you weren't in the top, actually, were you in the top 10 this time? You might have been in the top 10 this time. I'm looking right now. Kate, no, you're 1 month, you're not in the top 10. However, Kate, you have been in, okay, enable editing on Excel. Girl, I think you've been in the top 10 5 or 6 times. So like you were the other big name. I was like, holy crap, this girl has been in the top 10 a lot. I'm gonna look right now and tell you, Kate, I'm looking at my pivot table. Rebecca, hurry up, everyone's watching you live. This is getting embarrassing. Okay, I'm moving on. So, oh my gosh, you were 7 times. So you've been in the top 10 7 times. Kate this month has been in the top 10 8 times. Sorry, no, Kathleen. Kathleen has been in the top 10 8 times this month. Girl, 7 times for you, Kate. So, yay, all right. Okay, wow, all right, there's all these comments going on. So that is the big news, right? Kennedy Sutton is our author. It's The Sneaky Lass. I'm obsessed with the book. I cannot wait for book 2. Kennedy, if you're still watching, can you let us know when book 2 comes out on here? Somebody put a date for book 2 because we're dying. I know it's this month. It's got to be anytime soon. And, yeah, what have you been busy on? AC, what does that mean? Kate says she's not recently been on because she's busy with AC. Over the moon, yeah, girl, I'm jelly. I'm jelly for you. Like, it's so awesome to get a signed book for The Sneaky Lass when it's such an amazing book. Oh, you've been in Author's Corner. Oh, okay, huh. Well, that's, maybe I need to start looking at doing something for Author's Corner for active members. Yeah, I don't know. All right, so do you guys have anything that you want to talk about? Okay, so Kennedy Sutton, and we have the 3 winners, which are, let me say one more time. We've got Kathleen Gifford got the signed paperback. It's going to get mailed. So Kathleen, message me your address so I can send it to Kennedy, your physical address. And then the 3 ebook winners are Tanya Berman, who's a conversation starter, Maya Lemire, and Sonia Hartel, who's a group ambassador. And guys, send me your email addresses so I can get them to Kennedy and she can send you guys a book. Okay, August 18th is book 2. Yay. Oh my gosh, I'm so hyper today. Can you guys tell? Like, I'm just so happy it's Friday. I am so happy it's Friday. What are you guys up to this weekend? I went out to, I can't wait for it too. I went out to Grilled Seafood this afternoon on Port Canaveral and had some delicious lunch. And then tomorrow we're taking the scooters to Melbourne and we're going to an Irish pub. And we're going to drop the scooters off to get serviced at the bike shop. And then we're going to have cider and, go to an Irish pub. I got my green on for Irish. Yeah, no, that's not why. I just did. So there are a few... in Author's Corner? Okay, in Author's Corner, Kate says because Kate's a moderator in Author's Corner, there are a few active members that are really supportive. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I'm missing, you guys are all having your own conversation. I'm missing it. I don't know what's going on. There's something called Dairy Fest starting tomorrow, which I might check out. That's cool. Dairy Fest, that sounds cool. Kate has 2 daughters with birthdays this week. One is 14, one is 19. Happy birthday. That's exciting. And then Kennedy Hopkins says she'll try to be active in the group. Awesome. Yes, for sure. That would be great. And then hopefully we can get you one of the prizes. And literally with my Excel sheet now, you guys, I have got all the stats in front of me. So I'm going to make sure that people who haven't won before are getting prizes. And then I'm also going to make sure that people like Kathleen that have, really been consistently supportive, that they get like rewarded for that too. So Seafood Festival. Oh, cool. Amy lives in a cool area too. She's like New England. Tanya, is it called New England, Amy? I don't know. I'm horrible with geography. Tanya is spending the weekend trying to survive her 4 kids. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine, you guys. Hey, Stormy Blake, who just joined. I don't mean to embarrass anybody. Sorry, I just can't help it. I get excited to see people come on here. So I'm going to, what is everyone reading? I'm going to talk about so I started Queen Me last night by Amber Lynn Natosh, and it's the 2nd book in the Immortal Virtues and Vices and Virtues series. The first one is, it is New England. The first book is Reject Me by Kel Carpenter. I did a bullet point rec for that in the group. And the author that wrote Queen Me reached out to me and had sent me like a copy. I don't know if it was an art copy or not. I just finally started looking at it. But yeah, I started looking at that last night, and it's exciting. So that's what I'm reading right now. Maya Lemire, Garlic Festival coming up soon. Is it for vampire? No, not vampires then, right? Because I don't like garlic. I feel like it's not a very common thing. I don't think a garlic festival is a common thing. Is it? Okay, rereading Afterlife series. Don't get me started on Afterlife. Favorite series of all time. You guys know that. Oh, I love Afterlife. What book are you on, Alexandra? It's a ritual after a book release. What book release did I miss? There's been a book release in Afterlife? No, there hasn't been. Has there been? What book? There's the Siren series. I've been reading that. Yay, you love Kel Carpenter? She's great. She's really cool. She's messaged me a few times. She's just real down to earth. She's just really cool. I love her Demons in New Chicago series. Have you guys read that? Kel Carpenter's? I really like that. I'm reading Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas Kennedy. Yeah, Tog. Okay, so funny Tog story. Moss, I mean. Yeah, I think you pronounce it Moss, right? I always say things wrong. Funny. Oh my gosh, now the comments are coming. Funny story with Tog. So I did a post in this group before I opened it up that I just finished Tog and how much I loved it. And so this was like a couple years ago. And Maria Tracy is a massive Tog fan. That's her favorite FMC of all the series that she's ever read. And so her and I were talking, and I was like, yeah, I really remember liking the series. And I told her what I last remembered, and I guess it's like from book 2 or something. So I literally do not remember the last several books in that series. But apparently, according to my post, I read it all, and I recommended it. So I just read too much, you guys. I bet Kathleen has that problem, where you don't remember books that you've already read. But Talk is huge, you know. It's people love it. It's Sarah J. Maas is massive. Has Stephanie ever stated where she came up with the name Draven? Because I watched The Crow earlier, and the name Draven. Really, The Crow? That's oh, Kathleen, you forget to praise the Lord that it's not just me. That's interesting. Calvin, my husband, is a huge Crow fan. He loves that movie. Oh, Amy, so I don't know. I don't know where she came up with Draven, but I tell you what, we can ask her. She's going to do, I can tell you guys some announcements too while I'm talking here. Stephanie is going to be doing a StreamYard in the group here soon. I know she just did one for the birthday, but we're going to do like a proper one. And Libby and Claire are going to come on, and me. So it's the 4 of us. I might have a 5th person like a moderator, but with the StreamYards, it's a lot of people for 5 people. So, and I mean, sometimes, we have the technical difficulty stuff. So, I think we might just stick with 4. So Stephanie's going to be doing a StreamYard in the group, and we can ask her. I'll ask her. Make sure we get that question to her about Draven. Amy just finished the Lexi C. Foss series, The Blood Alliance. Yeah. And then you haven't read Tog, Amy? I didn't know that. Actually, but you've read ACOTAR. You just read ACOTAR. Okay, yeah, that's right. Yeah, the Blood Alliance series, Lexi C. Foss. I've read the first 2 books of those. That's a pretty good series. It gets you mad, right? Because if you guys haven't heard about it, it's every book is a different couple, and it's a world where humans are servants to the supernatural. So the vampires and the werewolves run the world, and humans. For the past 100 years, humans have been basically sold into slavery to the vampires and the werewolves. And really the overarching arc of the series is it's a revolution to free the humanity from slavery. But each book, like I said, is a different couple. So the first book is a human who's auctioned off. Like the very first scene, she's auctioned off as a sex and blood slave to the MMC, who is a very, very powerful old vampire. There's obviously a lot more to it that you learn throughout the book. I don't want to give any spoilers. And then the second book is is she a werewolf? No, not a werewolf. She's a human, because I just talked about that. I can't remember. Amy, let me know about the second book. I can't remember. It's been a bit since I read it. But the same kind of concept, right? Where you've got someone who's serving, and then, so that's going to rub people the wrong way, right? Like there's some people that just cannot handle that kind of stuff. So, it gets them really, really mad, which it should, right? It's meant to. But obviously the series is going somewhere, right? So, okay, Maya, you said your next read is Heaven's Devil by Storm Song. Has anyone read it? No, I haven't read it. Now, Maya, you tend to read more, from I've noticed in the group. I think you're more, less steamy? Are you less steamy and kind of more urban fantasy and romance fantasy? Maybe some YA? I'm just trying to remember. I might have it completely wrong, though. If I've said that wrong, let me know. Oh, you do? Dawn, you've read that series, too? Have you read the whole series of Lexi C. Foss, Blood Alliance? It's good. It is really good. I'm going to go pick it up. I need to get back to 3. You know what? Here's a funny story. At least I think it's funny. I used to love like series where there was a different couple every book, like Black Dagger Brotherhood and Immortals After Dark. Oh, that's some good steam in Immortals After Dark. I used to love those, right? And then I just kind of got tired of them because I got tired of like the romantic HEA every book. Like for me, I really like unpredictability. So then for a while I started reading like series where it's the same couple every single book. And I stayed away from the different couple every book for a really long time. And I just started getting back into them. And I am loving them right now. Like, it's just so funny how we go through these like mood swings, right? I love Black Dagger, me too. I'm loving them right now because like you guys, our TBR list is so freaking massive. No thanks to the group, but my TBR list is massive and like everyone else, and it kind of gets overwhelming. Like, do you guys get overwhelmed sometimes with these like huge TBR lists, and there's all these books that are being released, and like it's exciting to read them, but then it's also like just a little bit overwhelming because if you're going to go pick up like Kate Daniels, and there's like at least 12 books I think in Kate Daniels, maybe 10 books in Kate Daniels, I can't remember. You have one of these series or like Immortals After Dark, and there's so many books there, or Black Dagger Brotherhood now, right? Like I thought Black Dagger Brotherhood was over. I thought I read the last book, and now I'm hearing that there's other books that have been published. So I think it's like, so it's getting a little bit overwhelming to me to start a new series where there's like all these books, because it's like, well, if I'm reading for the next 10 books, then I'm not reading all these other ones that just hit that I've heard about, that I've been dying to read and try all these different authors. So these books where there's like a different couple every book is actually really refreshing to me. Yeah, your TBR is insane too. You have 200 books in your TBR too, Alexandra. Yeah, I think I think a normal reader that's not like super active in Facebook groups like doesn't have this problem, right? They may have like, I don't know, 10 books or something that they have heard about that they want to read at some point in time. They kind of just read slowly over time. But I think like our group is made up of like mega readers. And that's one of the reasons why you got severe analysis paralysis when picking up my next book. Oh, funny, Tanya. And you've been holding off on Black Dagger Brotherhood, Dawn. Yeah, the Black Dagger Brotherhood is fantastic. But that is one of those books where you can just, that's why I was going with all that. I know I'm blabbing. Is like with the ones where you have a different couple every book, then you can just like, okay, get to the other ones later. You don't have that burning need of continuing it because number one, there's probably not going to be a cliffhanger. And then number two, like the, like a series that continues without the different couple every book, there's always, if time goes by, you might forget what happened in the series, and then you feel like you need to go reread the series. Like, that's the problem I'm having right now with, your Goodreads is TBR is really long, Maya. I'm trying to keep up with the comments and talk at the same time. That's the problem that, that I'm having. I've already lost my thought. I just had a brain fart because all these different comments are coming in, which is great. I love it. You keep adding books to your TBR. Yep. Yeah, that's the problem. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. Is it's about forgetting. Like FBAA, amazing series. I think we all know FBAA by Jennifer L. Armentrout. I can't say her name because I can't pronounce anything to say in my life because I have a speech impediment. A lot of people don't know that about me. But anyways, so I read FBAA like a year and a half ago, maybe? I don't know. I read FBAA when only the first 2 books were released. So whatever that is. And so I was in the middle of the second book, and I was loving it so much. And the third book wasn't out yet. And I got to a scene in it where I was like, this is a really good stopping point. It's like, there's not a cliffhanger. Like, I feel like everything's kind of resolved up to this point, or you're starting kind of something new. And so I was like, okay, let me put a pin in it. I'll come back to it when the next book is released. Now, like a year's gone by, and I've been busy reading all these other books, right? All these amazing books like Play to Prisoner and Psycho Shifters, Broken Bonds. There's all these amazing books out there, right? And so I've been reading all this stuff, and now I can't remember FBAA to save my life. Like, only reason why I know it's Poppy is because I see people talking about Poppy. Like, I completely forgot her name. You know, that's bad. You know, like, not bad, but like, now I have to go back and reread it again, right? So basically what I was saying is right now the different couples are super refreshing to me because I'm not overwhelmed by it. I know I can pick up a book. I know I can come back to it later. Like the Lexi C. Foss Blood Alliance, like I know what the overarching plot line is. And when I pick up book 3, it's a different couple. It's starting somewhere new. Like I can just plug in and I don't have to do a lot of work up front to get into it, you know? So, and then Amy was telling me she just was on vacation and she was reading Blood Alliance and like how easy that is for vacation reading, you know, same kind of thing. So that's nice. Oh, wow. You guys are like wicked Lux series. I haven't read Lux series. Wait, no. Is that the one with the aliens? The Lux series with Jennifer L. Armentrout? What is that called? It's a different series. It begins with an O, I think. Is that, or the book begins with a no? Does anybody know? Jennifer L. Armentrout? Yeah, I don't know. I read a little bit of that one. If that's that same series. Very underrated. Okay, I don't know if it's the same one that I read or not. So, okay. Obsidian, that is the one that I read then. Yeah. I think I've read the first 2 books in that one. Okay, Kate says yes too. All right, cool. Yeah, so, yeah. Okay, so I was going to tell you guys some announcements too is, and Dawn Davis, girl, I'm so happy you're on, and Kate too, you guys are both in the UK. Okay, Sonia, so do you like it too, Sonia? Maybe I need to go pick it back up. I got back to a point, you know, when I have a hard time sometimes, I don't know if you guys are the same way in series where like I get to a certain point in the plot and everything feels resolved, you know, sometimes. And when that happens, I lose my interest. You know, like everything like the romantic couple is together. There's no more angst anymore. Whatever major plotline thing is basically resolved. Maybe there's other thing out on the side, but that's predictable. I know what's going to happen. And I'm not saying that happened with that Lux series, but that is an issue that I have sometimes. I think that's why I am a big DNFer. I don't talk about in the group because we're so positive and stuff, which is actually quite funny that I don't ever mention it, and I have the no DNF rule. But I am a big DNFer myself, and I give it a whirl. But the thing is there's so many books out there. So if I'm not like salivating and really really into something, then I switch to something else because there's so many that I want to read. If there wasn't so many that I would want to read, then I probably wouldn't be in the situation I'm in. I probably would finish them and whatnot. But I do give it a fair shot. At least I think I do. I don't know where we're at now. I guess we're still talking about Lex. Okay, so I was going to tell you some announcements. Stephanie Hudson is going to do a StreamYard in the group. We don't have a date planned yet. I should have mentioned this before I started babbling. Kennedy's probably offline by now, but Kennedy Sutton is doing a StreamYard in the group. So she is, I believe it's Saturday, August 13th. Amy, if I still have you and you haven't run off to have date night with the family, I guess tell me, I think maybe it's like 3 or 4 o'clock. Dawn would know. She made the graphic for it. But Kenny Sutton's having a StreamYard in the group, and I'm trying to remember who's on it with me. I know Marie Jones is. I think it's Amy. I think Amy Reynolds, Marie Jones, Kennedy, and myself are going to do it. And we're going to talk about the Sneaky Lass. And that's going to be like a Saturday afternoon. I'll probably have a sangria, have girl talk. It should be fun. I'm really excited. So I'm have a StreamYard with her. Then I just got messaged the day before yesterday by Sloan Murphy. So Sloan Murphy is going to do a StreamYard in the group. And we probably within the next month or so, 3 p.m. Eastern for Kennedy's on. It's August 13th, right? Saturday, Dawn? I think it is. 8 p.m. in the UK. Yeah. So, okay. So Sloan is going to do one, and I don't know when, like in the next month or so, maybe. We're still working out a date. I'm working out with her PA. And so, yeah. And then I'm just trying to figure out who's going to be on it with me. So whenever we do the StreamYards, I reach out to the moderators first. And then if they can't do it, I reach out to members that I know that are big fans of the author that would love to do it. It's just a lot of fun to get on there. It's a little nerve-wracking, I think, for some people to get on live, but it is what it is. Oh, there, yeah, I'm getting some love. Yay, Sloan Murphy. Yeah, so Sloan Murphy's known for Shadow Walker Saga. And then she's got a Rejected Mates werewolf one I want to say Luna Rising. Is that it? I'm bad with names too. So yeah, she's gonna do a StreamYard, and then so we have a StreamYard coming up with Kennedy for sure, August 13th, 3 p.m. Eastern. I'm in the works working one with Slow Murphy, and I'm in the works working one for Stephanie Hudson. So that's cool. And then I'm looking currently at the authors that submit on the form, the ones that want to do the author spotlight, where we pick the 3. I'm looking right now for 3 authors for that. I've already chosen one. He doesn't know it yet, but it's a male author in the group, and he writes LGBTQ. So he's going to get on there and talk about his books for 5 or 7 minutes. So he doesn't know it yet. I haven't reached out to him yet, but hopefully he'll be one of the 3. And then I've got to pick out 2 other ones. The other thing is in Author's Corner, if you guys haven't joined an Author's Corner before, a lot of people think it's just for authors, and it is made for authors, but members join too and give their inputs to authors. It's really cool. And an Author's Corner, I just did a post the other day saying if anyone wants to Alexandra lost service in the horse barn. You got horses, girl? That's awesome. I haven't ridden a horse since I was a kid, like really young. Anyway, so on Author's Corner, I did a post saying if any of the newbie authors want to do a StreamYard, like people who are writing their first book and haven't published yet, that we'll do a StreamYard for. I'm glad you love Author's Corner, Sonia. Yeah, we'll do a StreamYard for someone new who's writing, who may want to join and talk about their experience and maybe ask some questions. And then I also asked if any of the published authors want to volunteer to come on with them and talk with them, and we can have that all live and people can hear that. Because, there's a lot of members in the group who want to write books, and luckily today there are vehicles to do that. It still costs money, but a lot simpler than it used to be in the past, So I thought that might be a cool thing. We'll have a live StreamYard, have someone talk about their experience. So someone who's maybe thinking, hey, I want to write a book. There's this vampire story. I've got a vampire story in my head. I've got a vampire story, a werewolf story, and a witch story all combined, where each book is a different couple in my head. But I mean, I don't know. I'd rather just give the story to an author and have them write it for me. But yeah, there's got to be people in the group who have thought about this, right? So I thought, okay, we'll do an author StreamYard and give them an opportunity to hear about it. So yeah, Alexandra, check out Author's Corner. It's cool. We have less than 300 people, and it's actually quite small, but it's pretty active. And it's just a good kind of feel good place, so that's cool. So yeah. And then the other thing is the book repository. You guys haven't heard me talk about that in a while. We're still testing it. Honestly, we're at the point now where I just need to get several more of my recs in there. And once I do that, then we can release it. So let me tell you guys what that is and see if it's something you're interested. Comment if you don't mind. So basically what the book repository is I've had people tell me a lot that they really wish they had a place they can go to and search for specific criteria for recommendations. So instead of, if you're looking for a urban fantasy werewolf book that's low on Steam, or you're looking for a book that is a reverse harem that has M on M action, or, whatever. Oh, you were on the beta? Oh, cool. Oh, and you just forgot to, yeah, if you could add, you were in beta, Tanya, I remember that now. So yeah, so it has specific criteria. So the idea is, we've had people ask about that forever. So Hannah Claire, who is this guru tech person, reached out to me and said, I can build something for you if you are serious about doing this. And I said, sure. So she put together a Google form, and it's actually really easy to fill out. It's a little bit long, but you just click stuff, and it's really user friendly on your phone or on your iPad or on your computer. And so when you finish a book, if you absolutely love the series, because obviously you probably won't have time to go put in every recommendation you have in there, but something that you really love, that you're really passionate about, if you open up the form, you can submit your recommendation and give us the information about it, and then it goes into the repository. And then we're going to give people who are in the group access to the repository who want access to it, and then they can go in there and they can search for whatever books that they're interested in reading and stuff. So it's actually a really cool idea. will it do well? I don't know. It might take off. It might be huge. And I've already had one person ask me if they can buy it from me. Or it might, and we haven't even gone live on it, or we might, or it might just complete tank, I don't know. So, Tanya says there's a question on there if the book is first or third person, and she just realized what happens to be both. Yeah, so that's good feedback to get. We actually have a feedback form, so if you want to go in there, and we're still beta testing, if you're interested in the announcements, you can sign up for a beta tester form, and I can give you access. Then you can go in there and you can fill out the rec form where you can put your recs in, and then you can look in the repository and you can search it, and then you can go to the feedback form. I give links to all three. So there's the submittal form where you submit your rec, there's the repository where you search for recs, and then there's a feedback form to let us know how we're doing. And you can put stuff like on there, Tanya. You can go fill out that feedback form again if you want to, and ask that question. And then I can update, the answers. Sorry, the questions. We're at the point now we can't change the order of the questions. It's a lot of programming for Hannah, but we can add more questions on to the end, and I can change the answers. So if there's any answers to the questions that need to be changed, I can do that. So yeah, so it's a really cool concept. I think, like I said, I think it's either it's gonna take off and be huge, and everyone's gonna be like, it's either gonna go one or two ways. Either it's going to completely flop and no one's going to use it, and at a minimum it'll just be all of my recommendations. So at least I can say in the group, well, if you want to see all of what Rebecca recommended, then go in there. We have it actually marked by emoji reviews too. You can go and see all the books that I recommended that are emoji reviews. If you don't know what those are, it's exactly what it sounds like. Rebecca gets excited about a book and throws emojis all over the post, which people tend to love it in this group. People tend to love them in the paranormal romance book lovers group. People hate them in fans of urban fantasy. I get creamed in that group when I do an emoji review. I get one post, they had to turn off comments. There were 200 comments of people telling me how bad my emoji reviews were because you can't even read what the review is about because there's so many emojis and it hurts their eyes, and that, good Lord, if I could just take the emojis out, then it actually would be a decent recommendation, and what a horrible disservice I did to the author. People are mean, you guys. I was like, oh my God, it took me 2 hours to write this emoji review. Could you just scroll by? I was like, yeah, I know. I was like, what is wrong with people, man? They're just mean. That's why we're nice here, I don't get it, right? Cause you see, you're scrolling and you're like, wow, that person put a lot of time in writing. Now I get it when people might look at it and say, that looks like a promo to me. That looks like that woman's been paid to do it. I get that, right? And so at the beginning of it, I always say, I have no affiliation with the author. That's super important for me to say, and I don't write emoji reviews on everything. I'm actually quite choosy on the ones I do and on. So when you guys see me do one, it means I really love the book, usually. At least nowadays, I think I was a little more, if I liked a book a lot, I would do them in the past, but now they take me so much time to do. If I do an emoji review, it's because I'm in love. So anyways, all right, go, see you, girl. Thanks for talking, Amy. Got to run to dinner. Have fun. Yay. Oh, you don't have to watch the replay unless you want to. I just said I would talk as long as people were on and wanted to talk. So some groups. And then the other problem I'm having with the emoji reviews, in case you want to know, I'll just keep talking, is we got shadow banned because of them. So do you guys remember back in March, we got shadow banned? And I did a couple posts saying that there was a restriction on the group, and we're not getting the activity anymore, the members and notifications. I would do a post and people would get a notification 24 hours later. So what happened was that I could find out from Facebook. I finally, we're big enough now, Facebook's talking to me, which is nice. But what I found out was that if you write a post and you do it several times, it's considered spam and it can trip the restrictions. And so when I was, as Rebecca Dixon, as I was writing these emoji reviews, yeah, this is why. So when I was writing the emoji reviews, I was putting them in 15 different groups, okay? So I would write the review, I'd post on Amazon, I'd post it on Goodreads, and then I'd go post it in 15 different groups that I knew, small groups, big groups, whatever, that I knew that would like them. And that was just my way of getting the word out to help out these authors. I mean, I did that one, I did that for Shifter God, Meg X. I don't know if you guys remember that. I did a post about it. I did an emoji review. She was like number 64 in the bestseller list. And the next day, she was like number 32 or something. Now, that's not all me, right? Obviously, the book is great and other people are reviewing it and writing and stuff. But it's not entirely coincidental, I don't think, that I posted this in like 15 different groups. I had all these comments and whatever. And then she just went flying up the bestsellers because all these people saw it and they started commenting. And they're like, oh, well, this crazy woman with emojis, like maybe we should go check out this book, you know? So that's why I was doing it. I was trying to help out authors, you know? I was just trying to get the word out. I don't get paid. And you know, and the thing is all these groups have these promotional rules. I mean, we do in ours. We don't allow promotions. And you know, authors they have a hard time getting the word out for these groups that don't allow promotion. So that you're like, the best thing you can do for an author is if you're a fan and you have no affiliation, just go write a post. I mean, you don't have to write one like I do with all the emojis. You could just write a paragraph and say, oh my gosh, I just read this book. It was so good, you know, and say why, and post it in a couple different places. And that's really going to help them out, you know, like, there's nothing magical about my emoji reviews that made her bounce up that much. It was just the fact that I took the time to write it and I put it in 15 different places. That's all. That's what helped her, you know? And so the thing is Facebook sees that as a spam. So when I did that and I posted it in 15 different places, I was doing it a lot with, at the time, it was Flames of Chaos series, and I posted it all over the place. Facebook saw Rebecca Dixon profile is spamming, and my profile is connected to the group, and so they put the group on a restriction. And that's what happened. And so, and it was like, it lasted for a while where they weren't recommending us to people as Facebook suggestions, and they weren't giving notifications, and activity was slowing down. And yeah, it just stunk. So now I have to, it's hard for me to do the emoji reviews now. I have to try to time them out like every 24 hours, and it's a lot of work, you know? So like, I've been doing, I just did an emoji review for Truth or Kill by A.C. Kramer, which is Lexi C. Foss. And sorry, that's my dog. Snow! Thank you! She's barking at someone out the front door. Just walking by, people walking by with their dogs this time of night. But yeah, so like, you know, so now it's like I have to try to remember what groups I put it in, and then every couple days go and repost it again somewhere. And it's hard to remember, you know, with everything going on, it's hard to remember that I've got to go put a review somewhere else. I think I have a couple other places I have to put the sneaky last. I haven't done it yet, you know. So, but that's what happened with the shadow banning and this ban. Yeah, that's why. Emojis are your friend. Yeah, some people really love the emojis, you know. So, okay, so that's what's going on. So we have that's what I'm saying in Author's Corner is if you guys have, you know, any ideas for StreamYards, we can do them over there. If you got, even in the main group here, you guys, that obviously we're in the main group right now, if you have ideas for StreamYards, StreamYards is just the vehicle to go live, right? So it just allows me to do like a Zoom call, right, with multiple people. So I'm open to those. I'm paying for StreamYard. People are like, you know, some people think that I get money off of the fact the group has gone so big, and I'm a book talker, and, you know, I do get books sent to me. That is true. I do get free books. People send me books. And what I always do is I say, guys, I just have to be true to my heart, and if I love it, I'll write a review, and if I don't love it, I won't, and don't take it personally. And I'm just one person. Like, I'm just one person's opinion. I'm nobody, you know, so don't get upset or anything. So I do get free books. But outside of that, I don't get anything else. And as a matter of fact, I pay $25 a month for the StreamYard service out of my own money. So a few $100s a year I pay just so we can use StreamYard in the group. So I'm open to StreamYard ideas so I can get the most bang for my buck, since I'm spending $25 a month for StreamYard. So that's what's going on. I got the book repository. And the DNF comments, that's always a thing. I think you guys that are still with me right now probably already know about the positivity rules and DNF, so I don't need to go over that again. But that's it, you guys. So anyone have any other questions before we wrap up and have a Friday night? I'm gonna, I was gonna say one more thing too. You guys know I do those holiday displays, right? Where I like program, and like my front yard is like, you know, like the Great Christmas Light Fight. Like, it's just crazy. I gonna have to start slowing down on my reading because I have to start programming. So I gotta get Halloween ready for this year. What am I reading tonight? I am going to finish. Okay, here's my problem. All right, I'm just gonna be honest. I can't talk about this in the group, right? But I could talk about it here because it's different. I am reading Queen Me. However, I am notorious, which is the Mortals, Virtues, and Vices. Amber, Lynn, Natosh, and Kel Carpenter wrote the first book, right? I am in the middle of book 3 of Kings of Quarantine. I'm in the middle of Bombshell, halfway through. I'm in the middle of Ruthless Boys. I'm in the middle of the second book of Charlie Davidson. I've got Angela Hudson's Evernight Fae to read, the last 2 books in that series. I've got Stacey Chow, her book I've got to finish. I've got a lot of books. Oh, you love Kings of Quarantine? I'm in the middle of 3. I'm struggling a little bit with it. I really love it. I still love it, but I feel like the bully romance has stopped, and I feel like the kind of romantic plot line is kind of wrapping up. Like everyone's kind of getting along. So I'm just like I'm struggling to have my interest. And I know if I read like 2 chapters, something's going to happen and it's going to hook me in. But it's just like getting there. So I'm going to try Queen Me. And I might stick with that, or I might jump to something else. But my biggest problem is I just go on Amazon and I want to pick out something new. I'm like a kid in a Christmas shop, or like a candy shop. I mean, like I just want to go to Amazon and look at the top 100 bestseller list and see if I see one on there that has like 200 to 300 ratings, high ratings, like close to 5 stars, see if it kind of pulls me in. With KU, man, it's just so cool. Alexandra, I'm the same way. Like, I just want to go do that. Or I want to go to Amazon and I want to search at the top. What I like to do, I don't know if you guys do this. I really want Amazon to add a book number criteria, like book 1. Like, I want to be able to search for paranormal romance, English, since I speak English, 4 to 5 stars. Oh, Kate Daniels. Yeah, I don't think I'm read up on Kate Daniels either. 4 to 5 stars, and then I want to put so Paranormal Romance 4 or 5 stars, English, and book 1, and released in the last 90 days. That's what I want. So I could go and look at all the ones that are released in the last 90 days, and then I can I really enjoy finding hidden gems, and reading it, and then coming on and talking about it with people in the group, and then seeing like 20 people pick it up. And then they end up loving it and do a post on it. And then this author who hasn't had many followers or readers or reviews all of a sudden now has a bunch more. And it really kind of helps them out. I don't know why. I just really enjoy doing that. It makes me feel like I'm helping, Yeah, that's true. The 4 or 5 stars, sometimes there are some lower stars books that can really surprise you. I agree with that. That's true. That's definitely true. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes people rate lower star because they don't like Steam, and that's definitely not a reason for me to not read a book. I like Steam. Although I'm like a lot of the people in the group where I still want the non-romantic plot line to be strong, and not the whole book not all be about Steam. That's kind of how I am. You look for low-rated books that say they have too much spice. Yep, that's it. That's it, Kathleen. Yeah, for sure. Kathleen, man, how did you read 400 books in 1 year, girl? Oh, I just noticed I got dog toys on the ground. That's so funny. My little puppy, he leaves them everywhere. He's like trying to kill me. I keep tripping over toys. Yeah, I'm with you on that, Kathleen. So I think that's everything that I wanted to talk about. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about? We talked about weekend plans. We talked about what's going on in the group. We just had our 1 year anniversary. I think you guys know the history of the group. I've talked about that in the 1 year anniversary, the ones that are online right now. Anyways. Back injury. I'm so sorry, girl. And chronic insomniac. That's a recipe for reading. Because you can't move around very much and you can't sleep. So might as well be reading. Yeah. I need to reach out to you and get some recs from you, girl. I do. Oh, you know what? You want me to talk about real quick before I go? My favorite series of the year, I think. which I'm always careful to say this because I know so many authors now. I don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, you know. But I think most authors know that we all kind of have our favorites, and it doesn't mean that we don't still love their books. I think, right? My favorite series is, Psycho Shifters. I freaking love Psycho Shifters. Jasmine Mass, you guys. It's so good. It's so good. How did this lady write a book, her very first book, and she's relatively young, and it be so amazing? I don't know. It's so good. It's just like, there's different kinds of, like, I really love the Sneaky Lass, like we've talked about that in this video, or this live. There's different things that we're in the mood for, right? But, and the Sneaky Lass just like melts my heart. It's one of those like meaningful, insightful, like my, warm fuzzies. Like it just really moves me. Psycho Shifters is the whole paranormal side of things that I love so much. It's like a underdog FMC who's kick butt, but she has the scars. She has scars all over. Like that's one of the reasons why I love Kira from Afterlife too. She's got the scars, and it's always this thing of like when the guys find out about the scars and how they got the scars and what they're gonna go burn the world down for her and stuff. I really like Psycho Shifters. It's just so good. The fantasy elements, the romance elements. There's M on it, and it's not that I'm not a huge M fan. I wouldn't say I'm a huge I wouldn't say I'm a huge fan. I wouldn't say I'm not a huge fan. I'm like okay, it could be great or not great, whatever. Like I don't really have, I'm open-minded, and it's pretty hot, the M stuff in that book. It's really well done. So I just really like it. I just think it's really amazing. And the cliffhanger is amazing. Your current favorite is actually not PNR. Okay, that's okay. You can talk about it. It's something I go back and read when I'm feeling down. Gamer Girls by Aaron, and it cuts off without me clicking see more. Let me see if it lets me. I don't want to like lose my video. Oh, yeah, Aaron Hadley. Oh, you prefer it when the guys offer the... Well, tell us what the Gamer Girls is about, first of all. And then, Kate, you like it when the guys offer to help her burn the world down. Yeah, that's cool too. Yeah, some independency. I like a strong FMC. I like an underdog strong FMC. That's my favorite combination. Instead of just like full-on kick-ass. Although I do like Kate Daniels. I mean, Mercy Thompson, of course. They're amazing. I'm not a fan of a weak FMC. Those usually turn me off. Unless they grow. But like an FMC that doesn't make smart choices and that like has the guy really treating her bad, but then she's like salivating to be with the guy, that I'm not really into that. She writes really good RH, but that series is your favorite. I'll have to check it out. I mean, you've read 400 books, so that's big. That's high praise from you, girl. 400 books this past year. I'm sure you've read more than that. Yeah, that's actually one of the reasons why I'm not a huge Omegaverse fan. I don't talk about that in the group too, because we stay so positive. But I'm just not a huge Omegaverse fan because the ones that I've read, and there's got to be one that's really good. I mean, it's kind of funny because Psycho Shifters is like my favorite series, I think. It's up there. And, it's Shifterverse. So it does have some of those vibes. But for me, Omegaverse, I just have a hard time with the FMC. Like she'll start out really strong and then the guys will come along, and then like because of the heat and stuff, she just like gets really submissive, and it's not just submissive in the bedroom, it's also submissive out of the bedroom, and I just really don't like both. Like submissive in the bedroom for books, I'm cool with that, but like both, I have a hard time with that. So I haven't found an Omegaverse yet that has a strong FMC that doesn't get submissive. Psycho Shifters, she does not get submissive in either book 1 or 2. And I love that about her. So I'm also not a huge fan of slick or knots, that kind of stuff. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. Like it doesn't interest me. So I don't usually talk about Omegaverse. But lots of people love it, and lots of people wreck it in the group, and we don't book shame, so that's fine. So Okay, all right. Well, I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap up, you guys. So I think we've talked about it all. This has been fun, and I'll talk to you guys next month. Good luck for the people who are going to win next month. I'm sure Kathleen and Kate, we're going to see you in the top 10 again. You guys are amazing. And so, yeah, so have a happy weekend, and I'll see you guys around in the group. Yeah, have a good Friday night too. All right, love you guys. This has been fun. Okay, bye.